on the Couches with actress Samantha Droke. We're so happy to have you here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, and this is your first time here, right? And your first time doing live TV.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
It's so much fun. It's such a great atmosphere. Everybody's been so nice and so welcoming. So I'm honored to be here. So thank you guys so much.
It's so great. Well, it's funny because you're from Texas originally. Our after party artist is from Texas. The Super Bowl is happening in Texas. So I'm like, tonight is just a Texas show.
Yeah.
Which is great. Texas, do you have anybody from Texas in the house?
Yeah.
Woo! Okay. Well, Samantha and I were talking before the show, and I thought that I was from a small town. I really did, it's like 10,000 people, that's pretty small, we only had 2 grocery stores, but my goodness, you're from a small town.
Yeah, population of like 400 people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty small. We only have like 1 blinking light.
So what would you do? What was like the fun thing to do? What was the fun Friday night?
Hanging out at Walmart.
Okay. Okay, well, so, Walmart's fun. Hey, I love Walmart, just cruising the aisles. No, that's great. So you've been, since hanging out at Walmart, you've been acting since you were really young.
Yeah.
You've been in Hollywood for a long time.
Yeah.
You've been doing lots of different projects, but currently you're actually producing.
Yeah. I've ventured over into producing, and right now I'm doing a project with Selena Gomez and Kevin Spacey's production company. That I'm really excited about.
Yeah. Is there anything you can kind of tell us? Or is it like top secret right now?
It's kind of top secret, but yeah, it's a little bit of just Hollywood and faith combined. So it's really, so it's really close to my heart, and I'm super excited for it.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Well, speaking of Hollywood and faith, you on your blogs and your social media and your YouTube channel, and as an actress, you are, anybody who looks you up, you're very vocal about your love for Christ.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, especially the journey you've had this past year, and how some life circumstances has really impacted your walk with the Lord.
Oh man, yeah, I think it's definitely a thing within Hollywood. Well, I'm gonna start here. I had a meeting this week actually, and it is kind of a thing in Hollywood where you're not really sure if you want to speak out or not. And so I had this meeting the whole way through. I'm talking about my faith, I'm talking about my blog, I'm talking about everything that I'm doing. And then at the end of it, the guys were like, well, I'm a Christian. And then one of the guys was like, well, I'm kind of curious of like how you found your faith. And he was like, I don't really like believe like in anything, but I've been really curious, and I'm kind of like wanting to open the Bible. And so it was like, by the end of it, like we had this huge conversation, and at the end of it, I thought they wwere like best friends, and it was like such an encounter, and like so awesome, because I just feel like whatever the situation was for when I was supposed to be there, like it was cool to come out of it and know that maybe like that person got something from it, or it just like started a conversation. So yeah, it was
so
really
good.
Cool.
Well, something that we were talking about that I've noticed in Hollywood is that it seems like recently there are some more mainstream celebrities that are stepping out and being more vocal in their faith.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. There's definitely something happening. I feel like God's definitely moving in Hollywood, just with all of the new content coming out of like movies and TV shows that are faith-based. And I mean, I don't know what it is other than God, honestly. I think there's definitely a movement going on, and it's really amazing to see. And I think for me personally, just to be in that, if I can be a light in the dark, then I definitely want, to use whatever resources I can to put good out into the world, and just to be light in that dark, and for God to use me, where I'm at.
Well, you say, speaking of, you on your blog, I saw that I absolutely loved that, you said that God spoke this to you. God will use your rejection to help you find your purpose and set a catalyst to fulfill your destiny. And I absolutely love that. In your own career and as a young woman in Hollywood and just a young woman in general, how have you learned to battle that rejection and then also comparison? I can only imagine.
Oh yeah, definitely. Comparison is such a huge thing, especially like in our culture today. I feel like with social media, it's there's it's easy to just like put a filter on something and your life looks so perfect, and it's really easy to compare yourself with someone else. And I think it's just taught me to that I'm unique and I'm set apart from someone else. Like my story is different than yours, and at the end of the day, we both have struggles. Yeah. At the end of the day, we all have trials and tribulations that we're going through. We have struggles that we're going through and things that we're dealing with. And I think what my thing is that I just want to be vulnerable and just be open. And I feel like that starts a conversation and kind of just says, you know what, you're not the only one going through this. Like, I'm actually going through it too. And it just tears down that wall. So yeah.
That's so good. Who in your life, as maybe an actress or and a believer, who inspires you?
Christine Kane.
Oh, I love her. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I think she's speaking at Hillsong this Sunday.
I will be there.
So if you're in the LA area, guys, you gotta check out Hillsong LA. Okay.
Yeah, her and Devon Franklin. They are like They're like my mentors. They don't even know it, but I look up to them like so much. They're just amazing, and Devon is amazing too, because I feel like he's in the industry and he's developing and producing stuff too, and he's kind of taken this really cool walk with God that I feel like I'm kind of mirror a little bit, but it's just cool to see him being outspoken about it. And now he's doing a show with Dr. Oz and like doing, he's just doing his thing, and it's so cool to see like where God's taken him and is using him and his voice.
So good.
Yeah.
Okay, before I let you go, this is kind of it's a heavy question, but I think that you're doing so much, and I'm curious what you hope and what you see. What's your legacy like as an actress, and on young women in entertainment? I know. I was like, it's kind of a heavy it's a heavy one.
I think just to inspire young people. I have a really big heart for young people, and I just want them to know that they're not alone, and just know their worth through Christ and not through gadgets or filters.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited for you. We're so grateful to have you on the show, and we're going to be looking out for this show that you're producing. That's top secret, but I'm sure we'll be able to find out. Guys,
thank you.